Hey everybody, Jay-Z Crazy here. I think I got all the marker off my face. So anyway, if you've ever wondered what I film my videos with, I don't use a cell phone camera. I don't even have a regular camcorder right now. I have one of these little devices. It's called a Creative Vado. These things are super. They fit in your pocket. They film in full HD. They're really good quality. Now when I compare it to what my dad used to use, I'm going to show you what my dad used to use to film home movies back in the 60s and the 70s. You know, the real old days. When my dad used to put movies on YouTube back in the early 70s, he used to use one of these things. This is called a Brownie Movie Camera. Well, actually, the company that made it is Brownie. This, look, still have the box for it. Still have the instructions for it. This is back in the days when they used to film stuff and it used to be developed in a lab on film that would go through a big projector. It used to be real loud. There's no sound to this. This is a silent camera. But if you ever see any old school home movies from the 60s, 70s, they were filmed most likely with one of these things. You can actually crank it up. I don't think there's a battery in it. You would actually wind this thing up. It hasn't been used in so long, I don't even, oh, I think you press this right here to start it. Oh, you can hear it, listen. So that's how these work. I have a funny story about this. My dad took this to a wedding once. He had to film the wedding. Thought he was going to do them a big favor. I'll film your wedding for you. So anyway, he gets there, films the whole wedding. Then after the film comes back from the lab, it's all yellow. You watched it on the projector and everyone's wondering, why does everything look so yellow? This is why. My dad, he forgot to take off the lens cap. He filmed the whole wedding with this little lens cap on. Now, it's kind of funny when I heard about it at the time, and I watched it, but I gotta think, I don't even remember whose wedding it was, but I've gotta believe they were a little upset when the movie came back and everything looked kind of yellow. But anyway, that's what people filmed home movies on back in the day. Back in the old days, the ancient days. Much bigger. Much bigger. And they even had camcorders bigger than this. In the 80s, they had big ones and big boom microphones. But when you compare it to what you can film video with today, today you can film video in much better quality with something you can put in your pocket. If they had things like this back in the 60s and 70s, number one, they would have been extremely expensive. And number two, people would have been much happier not to have to lug something like this around. Because trust me, you're not going to fit this thing in your pocket. It's just not going to happen. But I wanted to take you people back to how they used to film videos long time ago. Here's a little doodad here. I don't even know what this does. Maybe it's a focus button, possibly. I don't know. This thing has buttons I don't even know what to do with. But my dad was an expert at it. With the exception of that one time he filmed the movie with the lens cap on. So this is Jay-Z Crazy giving you a little glimpse inside my past. My dad filmed me my first day going to kindergarten with this movie camera. Unfortunately, a lot of the movies that were taken when I was growing up, they don't exist. They don't play anymore. They weren't preserved correctly, and they're pretty much destroyed. And it's too bad, because I would love to see some of the videos that I did when I was a little kid. But I do have some past videos from the 90s. So I'm going to do a little flashback episode of Jay-Z Crazy. It goes back in history. We'll go back in time and look at some older videos of me coming up sometime. I don't know when, but in the future. So subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on it, and I'll see you soon.